if your whole goal is to get followers and not to actually make content you like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, respectfully, what the fuck are you doing? Hi cuties! Welcome back to my channel. My name's Ella, if you don't know, and today's video is going to be a little different. My life is a mess. Honestly, I'm like about to get my period, haven't started my job yet, been like out of it and then really like back in it and then out of it again. And it hasn't even been a hard time. It's just there's a lot going on. So I was gonna make a July or like summer reset video for this week, but I'm gonna bump that down to later because I'm not following it and that feels hypocritical, as you can probably tell by the state of my room. So instead, I had a little rant for y'all about TikTok and why I am mad at TikTok. It's obviously very different from my like teen years, college prep type content, or really any kind of lifestyle content. But the reason that I'm mad at TikTok is because of how inaccessible it is for lifestyle creators. So it's relevant, kind of, and also I thought it might be kind of interesting. So for those of you that don't know, I started posting on TikTok kind of a while ago. Well, okay, it's confusing. I was doing like a little vlog channel like last year or maybe even 2 years ago at this point. And even before that, I would make like private vlogs and just like not share them with anybody. So yeah, I've had like my vlog account, which is the TikTok I always plug in my videos, for like quite some time. But in May of this year is when I really started like to pick up on it again and was like posting daily just because I was a senior, I was bored, and I was like, oh, this looks fun. And I also had a friend who she's still doing lifestyle content on TikTok and she's amazing and she's really good at it. And I was like, yo, let me do this shit. So yeah, I started posting. My growth, I mean, it was definitely slow. Like, I think I got to like about 550 followers, and I wanted it to be another like lifestyle vlog account, basically like the short version of this. So I would film vlogs, I'd film fit checks, I did a couple like get ready with me's, stuff like that. And before I get any further into this, a little disclaimer. The problems I'm going to talk about aren't related to any specific accounts because there's so many people on this app that do so many like similar things that I don't want anyone doing it or doing anything that I might complain about to feel called out, because I've done like that shit too. And then also, if you enjoy watching like lifestyle content on TikTok, that's fine. It's more so just my own burnout, I guess is the word, with the app and why it's just like not a suitable platform for me. Now, one of the first things I like noticed when I started going to post on TikTok is that TikTok will notice when you're like trying to grow your account. And you get recommended a lot of accounts that talk about growing your account. So they'll be like, here's a trending sound, or like new trend on the rise, use this, or like giving you advice like you gotta post every day, you gotta use your back camera, like all that stuff. And in general, I appreciate that because I think it's a free resource, and anyone, especially anyone trying to do TikTok like for a career or even just for like a side gig, that's very helpful. However, there are some accounts that talk about like engaging from the bottom up as the most surefire way to grow your TikTok account. And what engage from the bottom up means is you have to follow me and all of my friends who are already like big creators, and you got to give us more views and you got to comment, and then you'll like definitely grow your own account. And it's like, I'm not even saying if that works or if that doesn't work, but I don't like the idea of like telling people, especially people that have a lot less like followers and clout than you, that they'll get what they want by following you directly, because you can't promise that, and it just feels kind of like predatory. And I know people will be like, oh, well, it's like, mutually beneficial or whatever. Like, yes, it's mutually beneficial, kind of, but it's like, it's way more guaranteed to be beneficial for the bigger creator. So that's one thing that I was just seeing a lot that I kind of got sick of. And then the other thing kind of related to that is just how easily on TikTok, everything becomes about like views and followers in a way that's like takes the fun out of it. So what I mean is like not only would I get recommended a bunch of those accounts, but when I get recommended those accounts or even smaller accounts, I'd get a lot saying like, this is your sign to just post the content, or like clear out your drafts, post whatever. It wasn't like about finding your niche. It wasn't about making content that you like. It was like make the TikTok and have your post for the day, because you need to post at least once a day minimum for the algorithm to like not completely abandon you. And really they say like more is better. And it's like at that point that has to be like quantity over quality, which is not what you want. And again, I'm not saying that people who post frequently don't put effort into their TikToks, because I don't know, and I'm sure most of them do. And like even just like filming anything and coming up with ideas requires some effort. But it's just for me personally, like filming something and then posting something every single day takes kind of all the fun out of it, because my favorite part is like, I mean, I like filming, but then also editing. I love editing. There's not really a good chance to do that. And then also like it's just you lose inspiration, you lose your spark, and it's just less fun to work on. In that same vein of everything kind of becoming about views and followers, what I would see a lot is people posting and being like trying to get like this many followers at the end of this month, which I did make one of those because I thought it would help me out. But I would see some accounts that was like they'd post like every day in a week, and like 3 or 4 of those, so like about half of the week, would just be like, oh, follow me because girls support girls, or realizing if we all followed each other we'd all be famous, or like basically all farming for followers to the point that that would overshadow all their like actual content. And it's like, why? Because it's not fun or interesting or anything to make a video just saying that you want followers. Like, it works for some people, sure, but it's like, if your whole goal is to get followers and not to actually make content you like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, respectfully, what the fuck are you doing? And like, and I can say this because I made one of these videos, it looks really sad when you're like practically begging for followers by like just putting in a video like, hey, follow me. And especially when it's like, oh, the girlies support each other, or like, follow me to support my content, or let's be internet besties. That type of shit makes me so mad, because it's like, hey dude, it's not feminist to follow some random account. The point of girlhood is not to follow random people. Like, if I like your content, sure. Like, I followed a lot of lifestyle people on TikTok because I thought their content was like aesthetic and like nice to watch. So it's like, yeah, I'll follow you. But when I just see people and it's like, follow because it's like the fucking right thing to do, it's like, no, it's not. You've given me nothing. You look lazy right now. I look lazy, and I am lazy, but that's not the point of this video. So yeah, I just hate that. And I don't know if this is a problem in other spaces, but when you're trying to become like a lifestyle creator on TikTok, it so quickly becomes get your views up, you get your followers up, I want this many followers, follow for follow, and it's like, can we actually make fun content? Can we actually have a passion? Alright, I'm gonna move on to my next point, which is just how consumer driven TikTok has become, and how for lifestyle creators especially that makes it like so annoying. Because the big thing when you're like a really small creator is if you get 1,000 followers, then you can possibly be part of like TikTok's affiliate program, which basically means you can promote shit on TikTok Shop and like earn commission, I think. That's like the gist. For so many like people that I've seen, it's like that's the goal. 1,000 is the goal, so they can do that. And it's like 1,000 is the goal, so you can become a full-time advertiser. Cause like get your bag, but go into marketing. Like just go work for a company. I mean, I know it's not that easy, but like your goal should be to have fun making the content, not to sell stuff to people. And I feel like so much of what lifestyle like content on TikTok has become is just selling things to people. Like everyone knows like overconsumption with like big influencers is a problem. But then even for like smaller influencers, like the things that do well tend to be like hauls and like shopping trips and stuff like that. And so it's like then buying becomes content. So then you're incentivized to buy more, even if you're not making money off of it yet, because that's what like the algorithm wants, and that's what will set you up into being like a real influencer. I'm not even saying that's a bad thing in terms of like people's like finances or anything, because like I don't know what people can afford or like why people choose to purchase things or whatever. But I will say it's just really boring content because it's normally people buying the same like trendy products, and if they're not, they're buying like the same dupes of products. And it's like when you are like buying those same things over and over again, and everyone you follow is just buying those and then posting those, it gets so boring and it's just not good content, and I hate it, and it's just hard to watch, honestly. That's what the algorithm encourages in lifestyle content. And kind of on that same note, what it really like doesn't encourage is personality. Like the videos where I'm talking don't do as well. And again, part of that's just like my own content, like my own algorithm and whatever. A lot of smaller influencers, like including people that I follow, they all have like the same or very similar routines where it's like wake up, go to the gym, hair, makeup, work, come home, make dinner. Like very simple, basic routines. And like if that's your daily routine and that's what you're vlogging, like that's fine. But it's like everyone does the same thing with the same products over and over, and it's like boring. And I think that kind of goes back to TikTok being so short, because like most people aren't really doing like voiceovers in their vlogs, and if they are, they're very like to the point. So I think that's, for me anyway, part of the problem is just I'm not as well suited for short form content in a sense of like a creator, because I like being able to really talk and like say things and really connect with people, or connect with my camera at least. And TikTok just does not fuck with that. But then even when it is like you're talking, people will be like putting on like the influencer voice and like the fucking when they eat and shit. And it's like, again, like I've done that. Like I think the videos where I'm talking on TikTok, they sound so fucking stupid. But that's just kind of like what it is, because it's like I feel like the content that gets promoted in lifestyle circles on TikTok, it's either an advertisement or it's just the same replica of like a bigger influencer doing something. And again, that's like no one's fault. That's just kind of how the algorithm works. But for me, that just made it so posting lifestyle content on TikTok wasn't as fun. And kind of the reason I realized this and wanted to make this video was because of YouTube, because of how much fun I have filming these videos, editing these videos, coming up with the ideas for these videos. Like all of it, it's work, like not work in like a salary type sense, but it's work that I have to put in and it's effort, but it's like worth it. Like it feels enjoyable and then it feels productive. Whereas with TikTok, even if I am editing or like putting effort into a TikTok, it feels more so like you gotta get this done by the end of the day so you have content for it tomorrow. And that's just not fun for me personally. I will say I think that TikTok is a really great platform for a lot of other types of creators. I think like actors or like people who do like skits and stuff eat it up every time. People are fucking hilarious. And I also think like random videos and like little story time, like people just talking, even people doing trends in like a unique way, like it's all fun. But at least for me, it's very hard to separate being on TikTok as a hobby and being on TikTok like as a creator, having to follow a daily posting schedule and sticking to like the boring ass basic lifestyle niche. So that's kind of why I stopped posting. Like I think I said at the beginning of this video, I've plugged my TikTok account in like every video. And even though this video is going to be titled like why I quit TikTok, I'm not quitting completely. I think that TikTok will just kind of become where I do goofy ass shit like trends with my friends, or if I just have an idea that's better suited for short form, I'll do it on there. But I'm definitely gonna turn TikTok into like a supplement to my YouTube channel instead of its own big platform. So if y'all want to follow me on there, maybe you'll see something soon, maybe not. But it's Ella Bella Inc. and that is the same for my Instagram. And yeah, I know this video was like kind of all over the place and didn't make no sense and was like mad different from my usual content, but I just feel like this was something that I needed to talk about because it's kind of been on my mind, and I don't like the idea of people making content just to make content and not really having fun with it. And then I also don't like being sold shit everywhere I turn. So yeah, but if you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe. Let me know if you want more rants like this, because I have a lot. And if you don't worry, because next week we'll be back to my normal vlogging. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye cuties! Tell me now you're the one.